And here we are at the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. And in our last block, you just heard No Shortcuts by Heather Maloney. And we started out with Fountains of Wayne doing Stacy's Mom. So Heather Maloney, who, by the way, is, I guess, from Barre, Massachusetts,
Hmm.
uh, you can actually see her at the Parlor Room in Northampton, Mass, on August 25th. And who knows, maybe she'll do her tune that you just heard, "No
Yeah,
Short, No Shortcuts," which what the song is really, really great. I love the sort of gospel spiritual feel to it.
exactly. Exactly. I also saw some commonality with her and Grace Potter. There's sort of an edge to the singing and the songs. And
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed this particular tune because it's another tune that it pushed some boundaries, right? She went out there, um, sort of somewhat sparse instrumentation, which again, like Grace Potter, was perfect because she's got a really strong voice, and
yeah,
it's worth being the focus of attention.
absolutely.
Yeah, so it had a lot of vibe. It had, like I said, a very thoughtful production. And I didn't know about Heather Maloney before I did this, and much to my detriment, because she does a lot of great stuff. So I'm looking forward to hearing more. And with Stacy's Mom, I have a streak in me because I tend to write, let's say, somewhat intellectually. And I sometimes just want simplicity. So I'll write myself a nice simple tune, or I'll go out. Sometimes if I'm hurting, I'll just go out and listen to AC/DC. Um, or bands like that just absolutely no artifice. They just go out there and slam it. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying Fountains of Wayne is exactly like that, but this particular song, of course, it's very well known, was a great example of that. It was, had a soul focus, a soul method, and it was just simple and fun, right? And that's what I mean. That's what AC/DC represents for me, right? If I'm too stressed, doing too much, or I'm having trouble with a writing block, that's my go-to, Back in Black, right? Because it's just straight up fun. And it reminds me that that's what you need to strive for, because that's what's needed, especially these days.
Yeah, absolutely. We need lots of fun.
Yep.
We we need as much as we can possibly take into our little bodies because
Yeah. We're,
there's
we're
a lot of other stuff that we don't want to have to deal with. Unfortunately, that we do.
indeed.
So
Indeed.
Stacy's Moms was, as you mentioned, a great big hit, and Chris Collingwood and Adam Schlesinger met at Williams College out in Williamstown, Mass, formed their band, and they have a lot of excellent tunes that some other real big hits as well. They were a great band, and we miss them, that's for sure.
Hmm.
So, this was a great, great show. Thank you so much for joining us, Jamie. We really appreciate it.
Of course, it was absolutely my pleasure. I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate to the audience that Jamie, we played his song here today, "Road Signs," and that was a song that won a enormous contest, the Talent is Timeless contest, and Jamie, I just want you to tell the audience a little bit about it because they might be able to get into that contest too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, it's a song contest specifically for people over 50, right? I mean, in the music business, if you're 30, you're an old geezer, right? So, those of us who are over 50 tend to get really lost in the shuffle, right? Unless we were famous when we were younger. Um, so we're all out there expressing ourselves, writing songs, and this particular contest recognizes that, and salutes and these writers over 50. And like I said, the lightning bolt happened to hit me a couple of years ago, and it continues to strike others in a very good way. And I would encourage people to, if you're going to enter a contest, enter this one. If you're over 50, it's talentistimeless.com. And I can tell you from experience, they're a very good group of people, and they mean a lot to me personally, and they believe in what they do.
And again, your prize was recording for several days at Abbey Road Studios in London,
Indeed.
with incredible support, and and then you had a documentary made of it, which, if you go to your website, which is what, Jamie?
Yeah, it's Jamie Manning, my name, JAMIE Manning.com. There's a link to the documentary. There's a link to the song on Spotify, and a few other things. Simple website, just a couple of links that take you to my whole experience with this contest.
So thanks for visiting with us, and we hope you enjoyed some great original music from Western New England artists. And I'm here this week, Mark Sherry, with Jamie Manning. And the New Music Alliance Radio Hour is brought to you by the New Music Alliance, a 501c3 nonprofit whose mission is to assist and advance the careers of talented, creative local musicians who write original music, and to promote the extended Western New England area as a destination for original music writing, production, and performances. And if you like what we're doing here on the show, tell your friends about it, and like the New Music Alliance and the Radio Hour on our social media pages. And don't forget to check out our website, newmusicalliance.org, where you'll find the extraordinary Essential Western New England Songbook, a listenable anthology of many of the best songs ever written by artists from Western New England. And while you're there, if you support the New Music Alliance's mission, we'd appreciate your making a donation or becoming a member or a sponsor. And if you're a local Western New England musician who'd like to have your original music considered to be on our show, send links to your songs to newmusicalliance@gmail.com. And join us next week for more great tunes from Western New England artists. And until next week, please stay safe and keep on listening to great original local music. So let's have Charles and Khalif Neville take us out today with African Eyes.